Okay, so you did read it right on the description. This is a reverse plank, not a plank. So most people know what a plank is. Usually when you're in your elbows or you're on your hands, your body's in a straight line and you're causing yourself to have to brace across the midsection, keep everything tight, and it works your deep core muscles to try and work on your core stability. That's great. Most people know what they're doing with that. Not perfectly, and I would get someone to watch you when you're doing it, but most people at least know what it is and what you're trying to do with it. When it comes to reverse plank, this doesn't look so extreme from an outside perspective, but when you're doing it, you're going to feel it. Now, when you try and do this, the purpose of this is really to try and strengthen your glute activation. So you're using your glutes, this bit, to lift you up off the ground and hold you there. So you're squeezing your bum and trying to hold tight, and that's what's trying to keep you off the ground. You're doing it with straight legs, so you're trying to prop yourself up still in a similar way, but this time on your shoulder blades and your heels, and that's all that should be touching the floor, nothing in between. Everything else should be lifted off the ground. But because your body doesn't flex that way, the same that it flexes this way, then you're not going to get much range of motion. So it's only going to come up a little bit, but by coming up just that little bit, it's moving your hips forward of alignment and your glutes will have to engage. Some people, when they do this, find that they start to feel it in their lower back. And if that's the case, it's really because you've got a problem with your glute activation and you've got a severe problem with it that you must work on. Otherwise, that pain in your lower back is going to get worse. But then maybe this isn't the exercise to do it. If you have poor activation, but you're able to get it through this kind of stimulus, then great, go ahead with this, because it's an easy one to do, as in you don't need any equipment, you just need some space to lie down, but it will make you activate your glutes if you can get any kind of mind muscle connection there whatsoever. But if you start on your glutes and it starts to drift into your back, then stop and relax. You can do another set maybe after you've relaxed for 30 seconds or so, or just leave it for that day and try again the next day and try and extend your time, the same way you would on a normal plank, until you can do it for longer and longer and longer. If you can do this for like 2 minutes, you probably don't have a problem. But if you can only do it for 20 or 30 seconds and you're really feeling you're struggling with it, this is something to work on. Remember, when you're in this position, breathe, relax, but keep everything as tight as you can in the midsection, because you are trying to create a bridge. I'll show you what I mean. So as I said, it's not an easy one to see exactly what's going on there because there's so little movement. What you will find is probably that your hamstrings kick in as well. As I've mentioned in other videos, that's all part of one chain. You've got your calves running into your hamstrings, running into your glutes, running into your lower back. If it's all in your lower back, we've got a problem. If it's all in your hamstrings and there's no activation in your glutes, still got a problem. That's quite a rare one though. But as long as you're feeling that your glutes are activating, they are stabilizing, and there's very little on either side of it, that's great. You can continue with that. Give it a shot, see how you feel, see how long you can get on for. Let me know how long you can do, and if you've got any problems, as always, come back to me and we'll see what we can do.